Hello. In true new setup style, I didn't have my microphone set up, but I think we're in now. Hello, everybody. I hope you can hear me. Okay, do you let me know if you can. You can hear me. It's showing up okay on my side, but if there's any problems, just shout. But hello and welcome. Hello, Andres. And as many of you will know, we are back in Phil's Corner. Of course, as I've been saying, it's not quite as exciting as the previous corner. We've still got to add some stuff behind me, but we'll be doing that in the coming weeks. But nonetheless, we're back with a better setup. I've got my microphone here. Hello, Haunted Voyager. Hello. Yeah, and guys, I'm just excited to be back again in a more a better surroundings. It's good, and there's lots to come. Not least these streams, but we've got some other really cool stuff in the pipeline. Hello, Andy. Good evening to you as well, my friend. And yeah, guys, it's been a long time, but we're back. As I say, I hope the microphone's working. I hope it sounds okay. It's not too loud or too quiet. Do let me know how that's sounding. Yeah, good or bad. Any feedback, very welcome. Can hear you now, says Andreas. Yeah, I know at the start it wasn't working. If it's all okay now, we should be good. Hey, Giovanni. Sounds good. Good stuff. Yeah, hopefully this is a bit better than the well, I was using the webcam mic. Kai says lovely hat. Thank you. Yeah, I need a haircut, which is why I'm wearing this Red Star FC hat, all in green today. Most of my clothes are green, I've discovered. But yeah, Red Star FC. Obviously, well, I'm keenly awaiting the results of their design competition, which I entered. I'm kind of not expecting to get too far, but yeah, you never know. If you don't try, you don't know. And yes, Haunted Voyager, let's go Reds. Indeed, let's go Reds. Big game tonight for Liverpool. Yeah, this is the eBay stream though, and many of you will know what we do here. We basically take a bit of time to just enjoy going through eBay. So that means trawling through fakes and good stuff, finding those diamonds in the rough, and having a bit of fun along the way. Most of the time it is just me trying to figure out, is this shirt real? And you can see a bit my process for kind of verifying if a shirt is real. But yeah, over the months of this stream we've found some good stuff. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And also guys, don't forget, in fact I'll grab the shirt now, we've got a prize. And for anyone who's watching the stream right now, you can, and that's the back of the shirt, you can enter to win this lovely Hyderabad FC shirt. This comes from Circa 88. Shout out to Circa 88. This is a really nice shirt. It's Hummel India. So a Hummel shirt out of India. I can't think many people will have Indian club shirts. So a really nice one, a bit of a niche one there. But this is a brand new tag. You can see the tags there. All you've got to do to enter this, guys, is be a subscriber and leave a comment on the video. Let me know in chat as well if you've entered, but leave a comment in the main comments of the video, and you could be entered in to win this shirt absolutely free, courtesy of Circa 88. So this is a bit of a kind of celebration of the return to the studio, and there's going to be more giveaways too. This is only just the start. But yeah, Hyderabad FC, guys. As I say, leave a comment, be a subscriber. Let me know in the chat as well that you've entered, and you can win that lovely new shirt. Hello, Brock. Hello, Jake. Yeah, Jake. It's funny, guys. For anyone who watched the previous stream, Jake's Boca Juniors shirt was the one that I bought, and it looks good. So thanks to Jake, whose account I quite enjoy on eBay. And yeah, Max saying nice shirt is a good shirt from Hyderabad. So guys, let's get to eBay. That's what we're here for. And hopefully, I might need to add my mic to this scene as well. If you give me one second, I'll just have a look. bit of a behind the scenes there of, of my setup. Right, we are back. So, guys, this is eBay, and I enjoy going on auctions ending soonest. Many ways to browse eBay, as I say every time, but I like this one. You get a bit of everything: the good, the bad, and the ugly. Talking of good, I like this Port Vale shirt. 5XL is very big, but it's a fun design there from Araya. And just jumping back to some of your comments as well, Andy saying had a new influx of eBay bought template shirts tonight. I love this game. Good stuff, Andy. Andy, if anyone who doesn't know, is quickly become my go-to guy for template shirts. He's got a great collection there. And Haunted Voyager, quite rightly saying, so many fakes on eBay. You do have to be careful. You do have to be careful, and you'll see even just as we go through tonight, there are loads of fakes. But part of the game is just figuring out what's real, what's not, and you never know. Sometimes stuff slips through the cracks. Even now, even though the market is a bit more expensive than it used to be, yeah, there's stuff to be found. Oh, Andres, yes, I received that today. I need to open the package. Your magazine is on its way as well. Should be with you soon. But thank you, Andres. This Germany shirt. Now, I'm not a big fan of the design. I can't really pinpoint why. I think it's just, honestly, these kind of central stripe patterns in general don't always float my boat, and the colour combo isn't doing too much for me. But no obvious signs of it being a fake. And at £12, that's a reasonable price. It's not enough for me to kind of go for it. I believe, was this shirt, I have a feeling this shirt either wasn't worn or wasn't worn much in the Euros. Maybe it was actually. Maybe I'm speaking too soon here. If I just, honestly, I can't remember this shirt at this tournament. Okay, clearly it was used. Or maybe that's the team preview, so maybe that was in a... yeah, honestly, guys, I have a feeling this wasn't worn at the Euros. Don't quote me on that. I think that picture is from a pre-tournament game. Anyway, I won't dwell on it. Long and short is, I see someone snuck in there with a bid. That's not a bad price there for that shirt. Yeah, it's not really one. It's not particularly rare. Like, you do see these sort of ones knocking about, but not a bad price at all there. And some other ones going here. Sevilla, that shirt was a classic football shirt recently, but even at $12.50, I'm pretty sure that's less than Classic had it. Very plain Nike template, but you know, could be a potential one for someone. Now it's Bradford shirt. Very interesting to see. Quite a number of bids, a bit of a bidding war. It's going to end up going for 40 quid. So this is one thing I enjoy, is just seeing, not just buying shirts myself, but seeing what's selling and the kind of price of stuff. This, honestly, if you'd have shown me this shirt, I wouldn't have thought it would be getting up to £40. Now, I do quite like it, actually. This Nike template, the use of the hoops on the sleeves, the way the hoops go on the sleeves, makes it quite nice. And actually, it's a sneakily smart shirt, even though it is relatively simple. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what year this is. We could find out, but more than I would expect it to go for. So you can see there, clearly a bit of a desire for that shirt. Hello, Baz. Hello, George. And Villa have just scored. Yeah, so Baz, I mean, I should probably be watching the game. I sort of consciously don't, so I can focus on this. Oh boy, by the sounds of it. Yeah, it could be. Well, I mean, I've kind of, honestly, I'm assuming we're not going to win the league, and that's okay. I think I'd love to, of course, but I'd take the Champions League and maybe the FA Cup to boot. Yeah, no favours from Gerald. Do keep me up to date though, and as soon as I do finish this, we'll check out the end of the game. Yeah, Hunter Void is saying I like this Bradford shirt. Yeah, it's funny. It kind of looks a bit like a rugby shirt. I mean, the Huddersfield Giants, the rugby league team you play here in Huddersfield, have a similar kind of vibe to their shirts. let's continue. Another shirt again, which has had a bid here. We've just missed it, but Elgin City, a team I'm not familiar with, I must admit. People are keen tonight. Lots of bids coming in. I wouldn't have thought this shirt was too much to shout about. Fully sublimated, which, well, you can see here. This is interesting. Clearly bought from Classy Football Shirts, and someone snapped it up for half the price. So there you go. Quite a good way to get your shirt sold. You know, you can include the tag like that, and it certainly looks like a better deal. 1-1. My God, it sounds like a good game. Clearly, I need to start changing the dates of my stream so that I can go inside and watch the Liverpool games. But nice. Honestly, guys, I'm appreciating the updates nonetheless. Keep them coming. Certainly, if it is a goal for Liverpool. Let's continue. We've got a Spurs training or leisure wear top. I'm not sure which, but these are very collectible, guys. I mean, you can see here already, clearly with the bids as well. This stuff can go for quite a lot of money, and 26 quid honestly seems below market value, I would say. XL is obviously a bit big, but you don't mind having stuff that's a little bit bigger. But you can see here, again, with a few bids, 30 quid all in. You know, you see that on Classic, it's probably double that, if not more. Sometimes it's kind of funny. Sometimes certain designs as well are actually rarer than they look. Sometimes, you know, a particular training top might be quite hard to find. So that's an interesting one there. And again, people seem to be really keen. You're seeing a lot of stuff, even some of the kind of lower end stuff like training tops and stuff with bids. So people, in a spending mood. You can see here, more than usual, I would say, more than usual. So, this classic England shirt, I don't need to spend too much time on this one. I'll do is break my glasses if I'm not careful. Taylor Bambro, though, guys, is so good. And, you know, the thickness, the quality of the material. Honestly, this is an England shirt which if you're going to buy any England shirt, you could do a lot worse than this one. Now, I don't remember them having South Africa on the badge. Was that a thing? If it is, that is kind of a funny thing to have, isn't it? A funny detail. But nonetheless, yeah, I really like this one because, you know, Taylor Bambro is a step above in many ways. Got a vintage Spurs shirt here. Nothing too special, although I did have a bit of a fondness for the Kappa era. There were certainly some of the more unique shirts of the time, and they still are quite unique for their kind of construction. Spurs had some interesting ones over the years too. 15 quid, not bad at all. Cheaper than you'd probably find it elsewhere. Nothing crazy though. Let's continue. See a Liverpool shirt here again. This is the kind of bread and butter of eBay. You get a lot of stuff like this. Nothing that would tempt me to look closer. Oh, now guys, this, okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Now, of course, I'm just looking at this shirt here. We've already got some activity here, so this is going to be a bit of research time. Time to look and see. Question 1, is this shirt real? And question 2, if it is real, how much does it go for? The condition looks so good. It almost looks too good. It almost looks too good to be true. Look at that label. It almost looks like it's fresh out of the pack. But I'm quite partial to Valencia. You know, of all the teams, certainly in La Liga, they're the ones I've probably, over the years had the most shirts from. And certainly have a fondness for them. Enjoyed watching them. Growing up, the team they had in the noughties, which was a lot of fun. So real fondness for them. I don't have any 90s Valencia shirts though. And Luanvi, also a manufacturer I do not have in my collection. So there's a lot. It's ticking a lot of boxes. Ford, a very notable manufacturer. I quite enjoy a good car manufacturer. So there's a lot to be said about this one. Again, hello Luke, hello Andy. Good to see you guys. Again, is this shirt real? So the first test really, well, let's just get a feel for the listing, so things like the description, even the seller's profile can help give us some indications. So we see here, nothing there's scaring me off. If we now look at the seller's profile, notice the feedback rating lower than you'd like it to be, honestly. Not well. Let's look at the negative review and have a look. The shoes did not reach me, so that's something else there. But no one's calling them out for selling fakes. Honestly, I like a seller that's got random stuff like this. This, to me, is a lot better than a load of shirts which are like, you're not sure if they're real. But if it's like this, it's got more of a feel of an authentic account. But of course, we now need to compare some pictures. So this is key, really, with 8 minutes to go. Because to me, this seems like a good price. And honestly, I think something like 50 quid would be, I would assume, quite a good price. I wouldn't want to go too much higher, but let's just have a look. Let's try and find now the shirts. So the first thing I like to do is try and go to the big sites: classic football shirts, vintage football shirts, cult kits. Some of these, some of the bigger stockists of shirts. See if we can find any sort of Valencia shirt of that season, and then we want to be comparing pictures and everything from the Luanvi logo. Is it Luanvi or I think it is an L, right? I'm not sure, honestly. So this is amazing. Look at that. We're not buying this today, but I like it. So there's not a 96 shirt here. Look at that sweatshirt as well. Tell you what, if that was a better size and I had a bit of cash to spare. Now this is the away shirt from that season, so we don't have the home, but it's good to look at the away because the label should be the same. And again, I don't think we've got a 90s Valencia on cult kits. That's fine. So let's have a look at it. I mean, it's hard to tell. It's hard to get a good look at the label there, but it does appear to be, at least from an initial glance, the same style of label. That's good. It'd be good to get a closer look at the Luanvi logo as well, because what I want to see is, you can see here on the logo there's a trailing stitch, and it's hard to tell. That's not what I wanted to do. You can see here as I try and zoom in very badly. I'm not sure if there is one there. Let's now look for some more pictures. Again, this is not a particularly scientific process. Any regular viewers of the stream will know this is sometimes how it is. We're scrambling around with 6 minutes to go. Now, again, the biggest thing for me is the condition just seems a bit too good. I don't want to talk myself out of it. If we just grab some random pictures, we're not really doing much more than just trying to get a feel for these shirts. You can see here, this is interesting. And again, we don't know whose shirt this is. A couple of things which just stand out. Clearly this shirt, compared to this one, well, the first thing is the logo is blue and it's black here. So that's the first thing. And obviously the condition feels a bit more, well, but then it's black here. So, and then we've got a detail on the placket. So honestly, guys, I mean, and now we see with the lines, there's some discrepancies here which are confusing me. Maybe we've actually got a different year here. This is the kind of thing where, honestly, there's a few things which have made me pause for thought. Not enough to say 100% no, but I want to now try and get some more pictures. Try and establish if we're actually looking at a different shirt. So you see here, according to Old Football Shirts, which is a community-driven site I really like, the 96-97 does appear to have blue logos. If we now go to the 97 shirt, this could be actually what we're looking at. So it could be that it's actually just incorrectly listed as a 96, and the shadow pattern also matches, but then you don't have the tag, the jock tag here. So there's several things which are kind of just making me think, I mean, I don't know if this is actually genuine. Despite the 7 bids, there's just stuff which I'm not, which isn't what I would want it to be. It doesn't quite line up with any of the shirts around it. The more I look at that crest, I'm also unsure. So I think at this point I'm going to walk away. I will watch it to see what it goes for. This is one of these things, guys. Obviously, if you buy something on eBay, you can quite easily return it if it is fake. That's usually no problem. But you can see here, there's been a few things where, and if we had more time, I'd be able to kind of do a few more checks. There's too much here, which makes you think, I don't think this is one I'm going to go for. So I'm going to walk away. As I say, maybe this is a really good deal. And honestly, it could be real. I'm not saying this is 100% fake at all, but it's more just the confusion around the year. And yeah, there's not enough to make me confident to go in, because this isn't an insignificant amount. Maybe I've walked away and missed on a bargain though. And to be honest, yeah, I'm almost talking myself into it looking at it, but we'll walk away. Let's see if it goes for any more. And yeah, I mean, just as we even look here, it's quite possible. It is quite possible that it is real. If we look at 1997, and again, I'm just trying to get an idea. But you see, this has the jock tag, which this one doesn't. And I highly doubt it's anything like a player issue shirt or anything, which maybe wouldn't have it. Yeah, let's walk away. As painful as it is, you can see here again the jock tags. Not having that, I think, is the biggest warning sign for me. If it wasn't for that, I'd be tempted. Baz, great to hear. Baz says, I have some news. I finally finished my collection of the 1994 World Cup shirts. I have a local journalist coming to interview me about them in a couple of weeks. That is awesome, Baz. Have you shared a picture online of all of them, mate? That is really, really cool. That's an achievement. 22 out of the 24 available. Wow. Congrats, my man. Congrats. Really, really cool. Anyone who's tuning in late as well, don't forget you can win. We've got a competition to win a Hyderabad FC shirt. Just leave a comment on the video. That's the main comment section of the video. Let me know in the chat if you've entered as well. But yeah, the main thing is subscribe and leave a comment, and you'll be entered to win a shirt courtesy of Circa 88. So shout out to Tom from Circa 88 who's supporting the channel. Yeah, good stuff. Now, this is just a simple Chelsea shirt, but again, potentially nice pickup. Although you will find a lot of these around, so I don't think it's necessarily a must-have even at that price. But not bad. And again, if you just don't have that shirt, as simple as it is, it could fill out a collection. Brock asking, any update with your Faith and Shirt video? Yes, Brock. The plan is to record that, if not this week, hopefully next week. So yes, I will be recording that, and I'll probably do that as just to talk to camera here. But yes, thank you, Brock. It's certainly one of the first things I want to do now I'm back in the studio, and I'll let you guys know. It'll be uploaded on the channel, and I'll share it on Twitter when I do that. But thank you, Brock. Thank you for following up on that. Just quickly, this is a really nice Sunderland shirt, guys. Diodora. This makes you think of, was this the Kevin Phillips era? As I'm saying that, I'm questioning if he was actually at Sunderland that season. What is this? 2004. This is just after Kevin Phillips. Missed by a year, but a really, really nice Sunderland shirt. An interesting collar, actually. I don't remember that, the way it's like striped on one half, but it's great. Classic, size L. Honestly, pretty good price. I mean, assuming this is real, not a remake, it looks genuine to me. It looks vintage as well. You know, these are the kind of things, guys. You're better off spending 20 quid on this than you are on getting one of the new shirts, honestly. So that's a really good price. We won't go in for it, but I like that. I think that's sneakily a good deal. The kind of stuff which could easily pass you by. You do see Sunderland shirts, but they tend to be a lot newer. So that is a cool one. FC Sion training shirt. Bit of a niche one there, but I like it. Something for the more niche collectors. Inside the Valencia shirt went 52 quid. it could be real, guys, but there was too many questions in my mind to want to go into that price. But maybe I'll be kicking myself for missing out on that one. Thank you, Richard, saying Valencia is the 95-96. Thank you, Richard. Yeah, I think if we just Google it, 1995 shirt. The confusion for me comes from the fact that you either seem to have, from an image search, now we do have one there which does actually match up. What I'm trying to understand is why, so you've got this one which has the detail on the placket there. That's obviously a different season. But then you do see this shirt here, which looks to be the same. See here, the Luanvi logo doesn't have the trailing stitch, and that's not necessarily a problem, but it's the kind of thing which makes you think, I don't know. There's just too many things about that. I actually think it might be fake, but I can't say conclusively. Matt Jones asking, how much would you pay for a Roma 2019 shirt? Matt, that is the $1 million question. Maybe the $1 million purchase as well, because it is a very expensive shirt. What I would say with that one is that the price is very high and there's no signs of it going down. The cheapest you'll be able to get that is if you are looking to buy from another collector on Twitter. There have been a few sales around the £100 mark, but usually you're looking, I'd say about 120 as a minimum, usually based on what some of the listings I've seen on eBay and even from Twitter. So yeah, in short, it's a very expensive shirt. There are some in circulation, but not nearly as many as people would like. Supply has not met the demand. It's fair to say. There seemed to be, for whatever reason, it sold out very early on that one, and it's been sought after ever since. Just looking at this Leon shot, I don't remember it having this little zip here, that detail, which is often, well, not many shirts have that. I kind of like it, honestly. Now in XL, I don't think that is, well, it's not ideal size-wise, but I think if we had a bit more time, I want to look at this and see what these kind of go for. I'm probably not going to go in, even though it seems like a good price at $14.99. £5 shipping is quite steep. But yeah, just things like that zip intrigues me. Anyone who knows me knows I'm quite interested in shirt construction, shirt technology. That one is certainly one which, which stands out on account of the zip. The rest of the shirt relatively plain, but no bids. So my hunch is that this is actually relatively widely available. Leon shirts, they're obviously very good at this time. There was quite a few knocking about, but that's an interesting one nonetheless. To be honest, it does seem like a good deal. We'll walk away. I'm feeling quite, cautious. I'm not going to jump the gun too much. George saying, did you see that Ellis picked up a match on Messi shot? I did see that, George. I watched the video. The saga, is it finally over? Part of me, and this is maybe harsh, it would be very funny to me if it wasn't real. I think for the content perspective that'll be quite entertaining, but no, I'm sure it's fine. And it's good to see. That's a pretty cool piece to own. I hate to think how much he parted with, plus of course the Aguero shirt that he gave away, but or traded I should say, but good on him. Brock, did you watch Something Turns Out? I did, and like many people, I laughed along as I watched it. It was one of the best examples of dramatic irony, I think, knowing what's going to happen, and it was pretty remarkable. Guys, just a quick highlight. This, of course, at the moment today, with the news of Haaland's transfer to City, there's been so many pictures of his dad. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, he was wearing, this is a year when he was at the club. Let's have a look when he was at City. Yeah, so his first year in the shirt. And of course, there's some other great shots of Haaland as a kid in Le Coq Sportif City shirts a bit later on, of course. But interesting. Anytime a big transfer happens, you do see a flow of activity around things like, well, anything related to the transfer, because people, they're bombarded with images and they want to pick up some stuff. So I wouldn't be surprised to see more of these kind of listings in the coming days. That is quite a steep price, though. I wouldn't have thought I'm sure you could get this for much cheaper. There is a making offer there, but yeah, people, whether they know it or not, kind of seeking to capitalise on, or maybe unknowingly capitalising on the interest around the Haaland transfer. There's much to be said about that, but it's very interesting to see nonetheless. Arthur saying, have you recently seen any RB Leipzig shirts on sale? I can't think I have, Arthur. Now, of course, both the home and away were very popular this year. I believe last I saw there were still some knocking about. I'm trying to think, was it Kitbag or was it Nike's site? I do remember seeing some Leipzig shirts somewhere, Arthur. I'm sorry, I can't remember where. But they weren't massively discounted. I think they were like a little bit cheaper. But yeah, you will probably find it. Well, the thing is, they've not had an amazing year in the league. They are in the cup final against Freiburg, my boys, one of my German. I say one of my favourite German team, and one of the teams I can look out for and collect shirts from. They're in their first DFB Cup final against Leipzig. So that's an interesting one. But yeah, in short, I haven't seen many Leipzig shirts on sale. But yeah, given that they got to the cup final, I wouldn't be surprised if they sell a bit quicker than they would have otherwise, just because of the interest around that. But I would check Nike's site. I would check Kitbag and some of the big retailers like that. Let's have a look. Thanks for that info, Richard, as well, saying about the black logo and silver pattern on the shoulder. It is 97.98. Nice one. Now we've got this South Africa shirt, sorry, not Sunderland. And this one is interesting because of the sleeve length. So to me, apologies, guys. I really do need to get myself a mute button. I could do that at some point. This South Africa shirt and a few other shirts, Adidas shirts from this year, had this kind of three-quarter length sleeves, which I find really interesting. Now, at this price, it seems like a good deal as well. I think this is one which I would like to bid for. If we can get it under £10, I'll be quite happy. Now, it's probably worth a bit more than that. But honestly, just for the sleeve length alone, I'm interested. So I'm going to stick in a bid of £9.60. I'm not sure why that figure. Let's see. We are currently winning the auction. So let's see where that goes. We've got 20 minutes there. This is the kind of shirt, again, which I'd probably sell on. But sometimes I like to buy a shirt and keep it for a bit. And sometimes stuff grows in you. Sometimes maybe the fit's quite good, or you just look at it in person and you see something you didn't realise before. But certainly at that price, I'm intrigued. I want to see one of these. Well, I want to see the sleeves, basically. Sounds funny, but I want to get a closer look at those sleeves. And if I could do that for just over £10, I'll be happy. So we'll see where that goes. Just jumping back to the comments, Baz saying, I missed out on a very rare shirt in my 94 collection, a Columbia Away, which was later told by Dougie from CFS. He's never had one in 16 years of collecting. It was a South American version, never saw it. Whew, that's pretty special. And if Doug's not got a hold of it, that must be particularly special and particularly rare. This is a very interesting shirt here. Champions League winners kind of celebratory Bayern Munich shirt with a print here on the back. Not for everyone, these sorts of prints, but obviously if it's an official one coming out of the club, it usually lands a bit better. Honestly, for this though, I don't think much of the accessories. You've got a scarf, you've got a bag, but it doesn't seem that exciting to me. I'd probably rather just get the shirt. Personally, I'd rather just get the shirt, badged or unbadged, whichever way. But it's collectible. I think really though, I'd want some sort of box there. You're paying. I mean, it's only 77 quid. I'm sure it retail for more, but I think I'd want to see something a bit more for my money there. But, it is cool. It is quite a rare thing to have these kind of sets. And obviously it looks like it's still got the receipt there from the shop. And it's all in good condition. But yeah, interesting. I do like these kind of collectible sets. As I say, I think I'd like it to have a box. But that's cool, though. That is very cool. Michael Owen in the news this week for the wrong reasons with his NFT debacle. But we won't go into that anymore. Now, AC Milan. Interesting indeed. Before I get to that, a couple more comments as well. Baz saying, I'm looking forward to Arsenal or nothing, but hopefully we'll end up with qualification for the Champions League. It could do, mate. It very well could do. Certainly on to which will be interesting with the way the season is ending. Confounding many people's expectations, really. Not as bad as it could have been, that's for sure. All those times when people were calling for Arteta to be sacked. And Brock mentioned the Dortmund leak. He says, I'm quite high on the Dortmund leak. Me too, Brock. And in fact, anyone who hasn't seen, I posted a YouTube Shorts video today on the channel. Go and check that out on the Dortmund leak. I also think it's going to be quite good. Yes, there's that gap around the sponsor. But yeah, there's potential there for me. There is definitely potential. Now, guys, I've been just as we're talking, looking at this AC Milan shirt. It almost looks a bit too clean, but I'm going to now check out the code. Great to see the sellers provided that because it can very quickly verify if a shirt is real or not. So let's go for it. Let's Google these combinations. Sometimes you have to Google more than one. Unfortunately, though, a very quick Google reveals it is a fake. So the kind of irony there of the seller providing the product code, which is very helpful, but as soon as you sell it, you know it's a fake. And the reason you know it's fake is because you search that code there and you quite quickly get met with several different Adidas shirts, different club teams. Just for clarity, I will now Google the number in the middle. And you can see there, we do have an AC Milan shirt. So let's just have a look. You can see here. But yeah, when you've got, as I say, the code there and it returns multiple shirts, that's not a good sign. In short, generally speaking, it will be a fake. You can see here there's several. It's the variety as well, which is not a good look. So we'll move on from this one. But I say it's good for the seller to include the code. But unfortunately, that is not going to cut it for us tonight. But we continue. Inside the South Africa shirt. Yeah, 40 minutes. So we'll see where that one ends. But could be a nice pickup there. Don't forget as well, I should have said before, but please subscribe. We are so close to 3,000 subscribers, which is really cool. And yeah, it's a small milestone, but one that would mean a lot. So if you are watching, you've been lurking, you've been watching the streams in the background and you haven't subscribed, don't waste any more time. And click the subscribe button, and you can also leave a comment to enter in to win the giveaway for this show. Now, this is a great shirt, guys. I really liked this Ivory Coast shirt. Puma are really interested in the noughties, and this design is memorable. Of course, you've got the Drogba name set, which looks great as well. One thing I love about these Puma shirts, which is hard to see in some pictures, but you can see a bit of a pattern on the back. It's a really nice pattern. You can see it there as well, just through the fabric. So this is a great pickup. Now at 65 quid, honestly, that seems like a reasonable price. I would say that's probably less than it would be listed at most retailers. It's not what I'd call a bargain, but to be honest, again, I mean, we can have a quick look. We'll use classic football shirts as an example. Yes, they are the most expensive by far, but it's good to get an idea of what they've got on the market, and then we can kind of go from there. Now, we don't have anything. They don't have an away. They do have a home here. from 2010. That's at 40 quid. So actually relatively reasonable. These shirts were more available than other years, given that it was a World Cup year. But you can see here, I think, the away with the name set would probably be about this at Classic. But this feels more like a Classic football shirt's price than anything else. But then again, maybe this is harder to find than I'm giving it credit for. We'll have to, we'll watch that and see if anyone bids on that. Elite Football seems to love that hat, Phil Sushi. Thank you very much, my friend. Yeah, I'm wearing it largely because I need a haircut quite desperately. But I appreciate that, mate. I appreciate that very much. A very interesting mint Hibernian shirt. This is kind of mint shirt before mint was cool. And interesting that you get the shorts as well bundled in. Not necessarily a particularly good looking shirt. Well, it's very plain, but it's smart enough. Certainly getting the full kit combo is pretty funny. And at 25 quid, possibly rising. Seems about right price wise. So an interesting Hib shirt there. Not one I've seen before. As I say, it's kind of ahead of the curve really. This kind of colour really became much more of a thing over recent years. So in 2010, Hibs were doing it way before everyone else. That is cool to see. That's one thing I love, guys. When you're just on eBay, just discovering shirts that you've never seen before. It's part of the fun for me, definitely. Oh, sorry, getting in my customary yawns as we continue. Water says, what do you think about the two Belgium 2018 shirts? Yeah, those were, well, the away certainly, I think. In fact, sorry, not the away. I'm thinking of the home. The home had a great nod to the 80s. I can't even type it. Had a great nod to the 80. I can't think what year it was. Was it 82, 84? With the Argyle pattern. And honestly, I think it's quite smart. I quite like the fact that the three stripes were almost hidden in a kind of tonal look. But yeah, really nice. And it was bespoke to the team, which I think added a lot. And the away, despite being the Condivo template, had the really nice use of the three stripes there with the central red stripe, which I really liked. So that was really cool as well. And Morty, thank you for subscribing, my friend. Thank you. Welcome to the channel. Excuse me, guys, as I blow my nose again. As I say, I need to get a mute button so you don't hear me doing that. But so in short, Water, the shirts were good. I think even again, despite the away being a template, it had something about it because of the treatment of the three stripes. So yeah, some good stuff there from Belgium. One of the kind of, I think, low key solid combinations of home and away shirt in that tournament. Brockson, interesting to me how colour combos come and go. Black and gold now, mint. What do you think will be next? Yeah, it is interesting. I mean, it's hard to kind of predict. Often these kind of trends, you have some outside influence, and it's almost like you have to look almost at the wider fashion scene as well as football to kind of gauge. Honestly, I'm not sure, Brock. There's nothing which I've noticed particularly. If you had to, put me on the spot, I'd say that we might see more. I don't even know if it's a color per se, but like I could imagine if you think something like the Spurs away shirt, the crazy kind of galaxy design, something a cross between that and a kind of tie dye, and that sounds ridiculous, but I do think there's not been that avenue hasn't been explored as much as it could be, and that wouldn't be necessarily a good thing because that would be quite mad. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we had some more kind of tie-dye style shirts or galaxy style shirts. I think given the reception of the Spurs shirt as well being quite popular in a lot of circles, again, people will be looking at that. So I think there's going to be more in that direction, but again, that's just a complete punt. Don't quote me on that. Unless, of course, I'm right, in which case, feel free to quote me on that one, mate. And Brock saying, Baz saying, be thankful you still get hair, especially being a Liverpool fan. Yeah. Oh dear. Indeed. Yeah, give it a few more years like this, and who knows. I've already got a couple of grey hairs though, so there is that. Andreas saying got to head out in a few minutes to a high school lacrosse game. Something to do on weekdays during the spring. Catch you guys next time. Catch you soon, my friend. All the best. And yeah, thanks for stopping by. What are you saying? Do you often buy shirts on Vinted? I've started doing that a bit, yeah. Funnily enough, I've actually been having a bit of success on the German Vinted site. And this is something which kind of came about when I was buying a shirt to send to a friend in Germany. And he recommended Vinted. And there was a decent... I found kind of more stuff on the German Vinted than I did the UK one. So I've actually recently picked up a Denmark shirt, which I'll be showing you guys soon. From Vinted DE from Vinted Germany. So yeah, that's one which is on its way soon. And to be honest, I quite like my experience so far. Not being able to speak German is a bit tricky when I'm using Google Translate to message people. But yeah, in short, as I say, I've not used the UK one much, but I assume it's very similar. But yeah, certainly found some good finds on the German one. Quickly on this shirt, this was a memorable Spain shirt. But guys, I really didn't like this name set, which of course all the Adidas teams had at this tournament. It's one of my least favourite name sets. I just don't really get it, honestly. And the way that the numbers would look different, they'd often have a stroke or an outline where the names wouldn't. Yeah, the whole distress thing, I did, yeah. So anyway, obviously Murata as well, probably not the name you want on the shirt. But, you know, it's assuming it's genuine, that's a pretty good find for £8.50 to get a Spain shirt. And again, you know, the kind of the story was it supposed to be the heat map of Torres' goal or something in the final? Also affectionately called the Doritos shirt, I think, as well in some circles. So it's a you know, bespoke to the team. There's a lot about the shirt, and at that price, honestly, that is quite fair. But yeah, not one we'll go for. We'll watch to see what it goes for. But yeah, Murata as well. I mean, you could do worse, but not the name I'd probably want on the back. Hello, middleman. Good to see you, my friend. Jumping back to Baz's comment. He says, what do you think about new shirts being worn in the last game of the season? I know previously they have done, but my club will be wearing their home against Everton. Yeah, more and more teams are doing it, and I think, in short, I don't have strong feelings about it. I think certainly there used to be quite a novelty to it. Now, when more teams do it, it feels a bit more, stale or a bit more kind of common. It's less exciting. I think for one game, I don't mind it, but I'm almost kind of coming full circle and thinking maybe it isn't necessary. It's certainly the kind of thing where, if you were to kind of, if every team did it, and it almost is getting to that point, isn't it? I think it's less of a novelty, less of an excitement than it used to be. But yeah. It's cool. It's cool to see, you know, getting that preview, and you can start to kind of thinking, I'd like to put that one up next season. Yeah. In short, I don't really know. I'm kind of undecided. Now, this Ajax shirt, I really liked this one when it came out. It's funny that they've listed it as a training shirt because it was actually the away shirt. I'm trying to figure out if it's real. Honestly, I can't tell. It's a size small, which isn't ideal. I will message the seller and ask if they could send me pictures of any internal labels. Because if it is real, there might be something there. Although at 30 quid, it's not super cheap, but we'll see anyway. But please, again, I can't type with this microphone in my way. Please could you send pictures of any and that'll do. Hi there is a bit of a weird way to start the message, but there we go. It's sent now. Brock is saying I can translate for you. in relation to Vinted. Nice one, Buck. Appreciate that, mate. I could do with a translator, that's for sure. Elite football scene saying, I heard that Brazil will be doing 2 different colours on the name sets. Yes, I saw the leaks there. That's very, very interesting. That's the kind of thing which would be, well, I'd have a lot to say about that, that's for sure. Again, apologies, guys. I'll blow my nose again. I'm feeling pretty good, but for some reason my nose isn't playing ball. But hopefully by the stream on Thursday, I'll have a mute button, which would be a bit more professional. Middleman said, any training tops on your to buy list, Phil? Honestly, Middleman, there hasn't been anything specific. I know there's a few tops that have been getting a bit of love, stuff like the Juventus top. But yeah, I'm mainly focusing. My main goal is picking up one of the Liverpool shirts in player issue. I'm kind of almost ready to do that. It's one of those kind of games where how long do you wait before you pick it up? Will it go further down in price? I think I've seen some of them now for about 50 quid, which is a pretty good deal, I think, for a drive for ADV. So, yeah, in short, I'll probably pick up one of those. And then I will be looking at other sale shirts. But I recently bought my yearly Freiburg shirt, so I've got one of those on the way. And there's been a few other purchases. But yeah, training tops, honestly, nothing has jumped to mind just yet. Or at least from the top of my head, I can't think of anything. Anything for yourself, mate? Anything that you're looking at? Proxen, if you collect any one MLS shirt ever, which one would it be? Ooh, good question. Obviously, we're going to the 90s book. I think that goes without saying. But in terms of any shirt, I mean, if you look at some of the LA Galaxy shirts, I think many people's favourites, one of my favourites, is this 1997 home. I think probably that one would be the one I'd go for. I really like the away as well, to be fair, but I think that home, I mean, these are to me, it's maybe this one though. That anything between 96, 98, those are all incredible. I really like that one, to be honest. But yeah, this one probably would be my choice if I could pick anyone. Yeah. South Africa shirt looking good for the bid there at £9. I think with this one, honestly, you could get it for around that price, I'm sure. I don't think it's necessarily a bargain, but I'm quite keen to pick up one of these ones. Get another look at those sleeves. And unless I'm picked at the post, that's what we're going to get. Looks like I might have been outbid. No problem there. You can see, yeah, outbid at the last second in true eBay fashion, but that's nothing too bad there. Guys, I'm just going to grab a quick drink. If I can remember my pause hotkey. I'll be back very soon. For waiting. We'll go back to eBay now, and you can see this Athletic Club, not Atletico. That was a bad mistake. This shirt, another Tele Boma shirt, automatically piques my interest. In terms of the item itself, or the shirt itself, I should say, very simple design, but a really, really good. Like, just the fact it's Telebombo makes me think, okay, this is worth a closer look. Size UK M, which is good. And if we just look, one of the things I like to do for a shirt like this, which honestly that seems like a really good price, But I'm wanting to see things like, how does this compare to some of the other shirts around that time for the club? So you can see here, we look at the 2012 shirt. Honestly, so this appears to be the last one of the Umbro era. This is sought after by many people. This is a very rare shirt. It's actually very hard to find. I believe, was it Man United that they beat away in Europe? Or it might have been another team, but yeah. Honestly, like, this is another good one, but this is one of the better shirts they've had, I would say. Better than some of the early Nike efforts, if not all of the Nike efforts. And Tenebroma just has that quality about it, guys. It has that extra level of craftsmanship a lot of the time. So honestly a good deal there. We're going to watch that, and that could be something we stick a bid in. If it stays kind of under 15 quid, I think that'll be more than worth it. That'll be a really good deal. Just jumping to some comments. So Richard saying, do you think teams should wear the same shirt for 2 seasons? In short, Richard, I think that would be quite good to see. I don't know what is happening, guys, with my nose. It's, apologies, I don't want to keep talking about it, but if I keep pulling away, it's by my nose. That's what's happening. Richard, it's the kind of thing where, as much as I enjoy new kits every year and I enjoy seeing all the kind of the madness of all the kits that we're getting, it is getting to the point where it would make sense for more clubs to maybe keep things like at least one shirt for 2 seasons. I think you could probably do that and still release third and fourth kits. But I think that there would be benefits. It's unlikely to happen for the big teams, but there are some clubs like Brentford who have announced they're keeping their shirt for next season. So there's clearly a bit of a kind of change of thinking. Whether that'll be a more widely adopted thing, I don't think probably it will. But yeah, certainly a topical subject, that's for sure. Miniman saying, Bayern have a nice long sleeve on top, and let's pick it up. Nice, very, very nice indeed. Talking of nice, gotta love these Torino shirts. Now this is a small Kappa shirt, which means it's extra small, if not tighter. But these are good, and actually I regret not picking up one of these Torino shirts at the time. There were some good sales going around, and this season, was it a couple of years ago? I remember this was actually, I think, a particularly good set of Torino shirts. The Kappa Combat stuff is really fun, and that sponsor I actually quite like. It's the color is hilarious, but it's the full color logo. I actually don't mind that. It's very Italian, that's for sure. But this pattern throughout the body is really, really nice. The crest is a really nice material. These are great shirts. If it was a better size, honestly, that I'd be tempted. Even though I'm pretty sure they were, if that price was not cheaper when they were on sale. I do regret not picking one of these up. They are really smart. Middleman saying, the Bayern shirts were sold out. Yep, it's good when that happens. Baz, we all love football shirts, but it's too much of these new shirts and training gear. Honestly, you do have to really pick your battles. I mean, if I bought everything I liked, I'd be in debt, to say the least. I think it is quite difficult, and even if you want to stick to just the teams you support or you collect, particularly, there's more than anyone can really afford, or the majority of us can afford. So yeah, it is difficult, that's for sure. And I think there is a serious point, not to make things too serious, but it is, I think, becoming increasingly difficult, and it's one of those things where we need to help each other, encourage wise habits and good spending, because it can be really tough out there. And Middleman saying about Bilbao that Marcelo Bielsa's years. Yes, I forgot he was there. Middleman. Now, where's Andy when you need him? This is a hilarious. We talked about templates before. This knockoff kind of Adidas template from Jacko. I don't remember this one at all, but that is funny how similar it looks to the Adidas template of the 90s. To the point where, I mean, you saw this so much. Oh, sorry. In the 90s, when you had some of these brands completely ripping off designs from other manufacturers, sometimes to the point where, yeah, they're just like parodies of each other. Not often you see a hoodie getting much attention, but this one, a Torino hoodie, we mentioned doing it before, that one getting a bit of love there. Andy with the oh, I love those emojis. Sums it up well. I thought you'd like that one, mate. Now, this is a shot I've not seen before, but this is great from Wycombe Wanderers, a Mizuno template. It looks quite honestly, quite a radical design, really. I mean, obviously, well, it's kind of a play on the kind of quarters, but I really like that one. It's not necessarily a good shirt, but it's a memorable design, and it's patterns on the back. Yeah, it's pretty big, of course, but it's yeah, there's a lot to like about that one. Mizuno, I think, is a great manufacturer as well. One of those kind of retro manufacturers you don't see a lot of. That's a really fun one there. Getting a lot of activity. Rightly so, I would say. And am I right in saying they're in the player final? I might be thinking of another team, but good one to pick up there if you're going down to Wembley. Thomas, thank you, my friend. He's saying, hope you're enjoying the Redone Studio. Watching the Liverpool games, are just coming to watch during half time. Is it still 1-1, Thomas? Is that right? But yeah, thank you, mate. Yeah, it's good. There's more to do. We need to get some stuff up on the walls, and but we'll be doing that over the coming weeks. It's good to have this space. It feels good to be back here, to say the least. I honestly don't know why my nose is playing up so much. Maybe there's something in this room. That would be fun, wouldn't it? Moving into a new room, and something's not agreeing with me. Then the players for Sunderland. Thank you, Baz. And Thomas says, congrats on 3K subs, 4K next. Yes, I mean, all being well, Thomas. Yeah, we're going to be making a big push for that. And lots more stuff. This is the thing, guys. These streams will be continuing, but there's all the classic videos to come. And yeah, this channel is still young. We've not really fully, I think, explored where this could go. So yeah, for you guys who are here kind of early on in the Life Fields Corner, why can't we have way more subscribers and grow this channel, this community, improve the content? It should be fun. So you guys are in at a good time, I would say. And then saying the Wycombe shirt has the round collar from the mid-90s. Leeds had it in Pompey as well, had a very snug one collar. Yeah, I mean, I'm big on those snug collars. Liverpool, of course, had a shirt, the Ecru shirt, which also had that kind of high neck. And I was hoping that's what Nike were going to be bringing out with their latest template. In reality, it's not quite that. Yeah, but I think it sounds funny, but I'd like to see a kind of a turn to those high neck collars. I think that could be quite cool. We'll see if they do that later on. Thomas saying about the Liverpool game, yeah, 1-1, unfortunately, a bit of a scrappy game, but fairly even. Liverpool starting to get a bit of an edge. Let's push and get that win in the second half, shall we? Guys, thank you so much. Almost got that South Africa shirt, we didn't quite get it. Some other ones which you really ummed and ahed on. That Valencia shirt, I think it's gonna haunt me if that one was real. But it's been fun, of course. Again, for anyone who is new here, this is something we do on Tuesdays, but we've also got a Thursday stream where we rank the latest kits, and there's going to be more of the classic longer videos. I've got some really fun series which I'm going to be revealing more about soon. But it's been great to have you. If you are new, don't forget to subscribe on your way out, and you can also support me further on Patreon. I'm just going to show you now a screen. I think I need to set up my mic for this 1 second. There we go. You can see these are some of the names of my Patreon supporters on Patreon, and there's yeah, that's just a selection. of people who have been for me, and you get benefits. You get a free shirt, you get a magazine, some really cool stuff there. But thank you, Thomas. I hope we get to chat about the Jeff United and Corinthians kits. Yeah, hopefully we do get onto those. We might have to do a longer stream, if not this week, next week, to catch up with the new stuff. But thank you, Baz. Yeah, and quickly as well, Tom says, thoughts on the Ajax shirt? The home shirt? I like it. I think the crest alone makes it quite collectible, that retro crest. You can get it in the sale, and I think it is on sale at Kitbag. I shared the link last week. You can check that out on my Twitter. And quickly, I almost forgot. I'll be announcing the winner of this shirt, if not tonight, tomorrow. Leave a comment on the video and be a subscriber. So leave a comment in the main comment section. You'll be entered in to win this Hyderabad FC shirt. I might leave the competition open for a little bit longer. I might maybe share the link tomorrow just to get a few more late entrants. But yeah, that's a really nice shirt there, courtesy of Circa 88. So guys, just leave a comment, be a subscriber, and there's going to be more giveaways, both from Circa 88 and also Foot Fanatics. So yeah, really thank you to them for supporting the channel, and a great chance to get a Hummel India kit there. Thank you, Baz. I will hopefully enjoy the second half. We'll see how it goes. But guys, if everyone's watched, thank you. It's been really fun to be back, and as I say, back in the studio. I can't wait to have some of the shirts up on the wall and some of the stuff, you know, just to get it feeling a bit more like it used to. But even still, even though the room is a bit plain, it's good to be back here with my mic and my lights and stuff. But yeah, it's been fun as always. Take it easy out there. I hope you have a good week. If I don't see you on Thursday for the Hot Wall, I'll see you soon. Actually, I should say as well, I won't be around next Tuesday because I'm flying to Copenhagen this weekend for some more shooting with Hummel, which is cool. I'll be out there from about Saturday to, I think, Wednesday. So there won't be an eBay stream. I'll put it up on YouTube or Twitter, an update. But yeah, Behind the Shelvings is continuing, guys, which is really cool. Yeah, can't wait to share more with you in the coming weeks. But thank you so much for stopping by. I will switch over to the outro screen. But yeah, take it easy. Have a good one. And I'll see you very soon. See you later.